What is up, guys? Back with another video. Today I'm actually going to be installing a lift kit on this 3rd gen 4Runner. It's actually a buddy of mine's. He just picked it up a little bit ago, and he came off-roading with us and he was still stock height, so he went through most of the things all right, considering this is you know, like a pretty well set up like off-road capable truck from the factory. It's got the rear diff lock and it actually did really good. He just needs a little bit more clearance. He kept hitting stuff with this thing back here, and he just, you know, likes the look of a lifted truck instead of like stock height. So he bought a lift kit, and I'm gonna install it for him today. And yeah, first things first, I got it off the ground here. Gonna take these wheels off, put some jack stands there, and yeah, let's get started. So this is the kit that he went with. It's the Rough Country 3-inch lift kit. Basically, up in the front is just a spacer, a strut spacer. And in the rear, he actually got an actual shock and spring setup. So this whole rear suspension is coming out and getting replaced with a brand new one. How these work, if you guys aren't too familiar with them, they practically go right in the middle of here. So there's gonna be about a 2, I think this is about 1.5 inches, which translates to about a 3-inch lift. I don't know how it works, but that's what they say on their website. That will pretty much go there, and it'll drop the actual strut down a bit, lifting it. So he's gonna try this out. If he sees that he doesn't like the strut spacer, he's gonna go ahead and invest in the actual spring and strut up in the front. But right now it's just kind of cost effective. He didn't want to go crazy on it right away, considering he just bought it, and yeah, he just don't want to spend too much money on it right now. So yeah, let's get this started. All right, check these out. I actually just replaced these brakes for him about a week ago. When he got them, they were pretty bad. It would start to vibrate as soon as you start hitting the brakes. But yeah, anyways, first things first, up in the front is I can either disconnect this first or the actual strut. Might have to do this, get a pickle fork in there, disconnect that. Normally you'd have to disconnect the sway bar links, but this already snapped off by itself, so I won't be needing to do that. I might need to disconnect this ABS sensor. I don't think I need to disconnect the brake line. Should have enough slack. But yeah, it's basically this, the 3 bolts up at the top, and this thick bolt down here. This will come out, and we'll put the new one, the spacer in, and then put it back in. All right, so I went ahead and I removed, it's smart to remove these little clips just because this might go under and swing forward, and it'll put stress on like your ABS sensor and also your brake line. So if it's disconnected from this, it's pretty much not gonna have any stress. But something smart to do when you guys are dealing with ball joints, you're gonna want to crack this nut loose. Don't take it out all the way. Leave it kind of where it is right there. And what you could do is you could take a hammer and hit the control arm right here, and that usually, you know, drops it. If not, something that you can do is go to, actually let's go on this side. You can go to your local auto parts store, and I believe, say like AutoZone and O'Reilly's, they actually rent out this tie rod separator. This is kind of like last resort. Basically how it works is, as you can see, the more it goes in, the more it expands. So you don't want to use this from the beginning because it could damage the like ball joint up here. So what you want to do is shove it in there and start hitting it with a hammer, and eventually it'll separate. But like I said, don't use this first. Use this as like a last resort. So I'm gonna bang this with the hammer a little bit, and hopefully it comes off like that. didn't have to hit it that much, and hit it around here, and it's separated. What's nice is that I didn't go in with this thing because it's kind of pointy and it might have ripped this, causing it to like spill its grease out, causing it to go bad. So this is gonna take this off. This can come out, and then we'll go ahead and do the top bolts and then the bottom one. All right, got the strut out. That's what it's looking like. So then this go onto here, and then we're gonna put it right back in there. So reverse everything we just did. All right, so both sides are, well, both front sides are done. We got the spacer in, everything's all buttoned up. Well, as you can see, the front is done. You can see like how much of a difference it makes, honestly. It looks like those, like I was saying, the squatted trucks. You should just rock it like that. Let's cut the springs out in the back, squat it. But yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, it's just, all right, well, I'm getting started in the back. I got 2 jack stands right here. Just because the frame sits so high and I don't have other jack stands, and I also got the jack back there supporting it from the tow hitch. Basically, the rear, I already popped the sway bar links out. Got the shock out of here, and then I'm gonna drop that other shock. It should drop the whole axle down quite a bit so I could take out the stock springs, and then it's gonna be pretty hard getting the shocks in there because it's weird. I have to like reach my hand up, over, and around, and then I can start getting the bolt out. So hopefully that don't fight me too much. But yeah, that's basically it on the back. I might have to disconnect this right here and allow the whole axle to drop more. I'm not too sure. So yeah, let's get started. All right, got the whole axle loose. So basically, to get this spring out, what you want to do, I only got one hand here, but let's step on this. And just comes out. That's the bump stop. That kind of keeps it from going up in all the way and like smashing or something. But so far it's nothing too crazy. Might go in under there and extend the bracket for the brake line, and I think now would be a good time to start on the rear shock. Well guys, it's all finished up. Like always, I got a bit carried away and I stopped filming like most of the things in the back, but as you can see, the new shocks are in, and also the springs. So it did like expand this quite a bit, and you're definitely gonna get a bit more travel with these. So I'm gonna put these wheels on, drop it, and then see how much it lifted it all around. All right guys, well there's the finished product. A few days later, just because my friend had to come pick it up. He was kind of in a hurry, so I didn't want to hold him up too long. But yeah, here she is. It's got the lift kit on it. So like I said, in the front is just the spacer for the strut, and then the rear it's actual spring plus the shock. So yeah, this is a pretty solid setup. I mean, he's not doing nothing crazy with it, so this should be more than enough. It still rides awesome. But yeah, this is the rough country kit. If any of you guys were interested in getting one, this is kind of what it looks like. The install wasn't too hard, as you guys saw. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. Hopefully the next one we're actually out on the trail with this. So yeah, stay tuned.